The latest buzz around the Yankees is definitely stirring up some excitement, especially for those who have been eagerly waiting to see Giancarlo Stanton back in action. The news that Stanton worked out recently in Tampa and might be on his way back to New York is the kind of update that fans love to hear. According to what's been circulating, Stanton could spend the weekend in Tampa, preparing himself physically and mentally, and then kick off a rehab assignment sometime early next week. If everything goes according to plan, it wouldn't be a stretch to expect him making his season debut somewhere around mid-June. That timing perfectly aligns with earlier reports that had already set expectations for Stanton's return around this point in the year. For the Yankees, having Stanton back isn't just about adding another powerful bat to the lineup. It's about regaining a vital presence in the clubhouse. Stanton has always been more than just a player. He's a leader, a guy who sets the tone and inspires his teammates even when he's not physically on the field. One of the best examples of his influence came to light when Aaron Judge started wearing a necklace during games that caught a lot of attention. At first glance, it might seem out of character for Judge, who's not the type to flaunt flashy jewelry, but the story behind it is pretty heartwarming. That necklace was actually a gift from Stanton, and it carries deep personal meaning. It has the names of Judge's wife, his dog, and the birth date of his daughter engraved on it. This isn't just some casual present. It's a symbol of the bond between two of the Yankees' biggest stars and a reminder of how much Stanton values team morale and unity. It speaks volumes about how close these guys are and how Stanton's leadership goes beyond stats and plays. Speaking of stats, Stanton's recent years have been a roller coaster. Injuries have unfortunately kept him sidelined more often than anyone would have hoped, leaving fans frustrated and the Yankees scrambling to fill the gaps in their lineup. Despite these setbacks, Stanton showed signs of a strong comeback last season. His overall performance improved noticeably, with a solid OPS hitting nearly .033, 27 home runs, and driving in 72 runs. Those numbers are significant, especially when you consider that in the postseason, Stanton truly stepped up his game. He was a major contributor helping the Yankees push all the way to the World Series. In fact, one of his most memorable moments came in Game 1 of the World Series, where his clutch hitting was a big factor in the team's attempt to hold off the Dodgers. He finished the playoffs with an impressive line, batting average over .270, a slugging percentage north of 1,000, 7 home runs, and 16 RBIs in just 14 games. That kind of performance on the biggest stage shows exactly why Stanton is so valued when healthy. Looking at the bigger picture, when Stanton is in the lineup, the Yankees have been markedly more successful. Last year, with him playing, the team had a record of 71 wins and 43 losses. Without him, they struggled, going below 500. Even though this season has seen the Yankees hold their own without Stanton, it's hard not to imagine how much stronger the lineup could be with him back in the mix. Just consider the recent games. For example, the Yankees were shut out last night by Cleveland, failing to score a single run. It's the kind of thing that might have been avoided if Stanton's powerful presence had been there. His ability to change the dynamic of an offense simply by stepping to the plate is something the team desperately needs. Of course, bringing Stanton back into the lineup means there will be some tough decisions to make regarding playing time. Some guys who have been getting regular at-bats this season might have to adjust. Players like Ben Rice, Trent Grisham, and Jason Dominguez will be vying for their spots, and the coaching staff will need to figure out the best way to balance all these talents. There's been talk about trying to get Ben Rice to learn third base to create more flexibility, but realistically, expecting a player to just switch positions on the fly and excel right away is asking a lot. Third base is a tough position to master, and Rice, despite his power at the plate, doesn't have the same kind of athleticism that makes a smooth transition possible overnight. Comparing him to someone like Jazz Chisholm, who's a natural athlete with experience playing multiple infield positions, it becomes clear that Rice would need significant time to adjust, which could impact his offensive contributions in the meantime. Jazz Chisholm, by the way, is a fascinating player in his own right. One of the best athletes in baseball, known for his versatility and speed. He's played shortstop throughout his minor league career and even sometime in center, field, and second base. His well-rounded skill set makes him a natural fit for multiple roles, which is something the Yankees have to consider when planning their lineup and defensive alignments. But with Ben Rice, it's a different story. He brings raw power, brute strength, and the kind of bat that every team craves. But placing him at third base prematurely could do more harm than good, both defensively and offensively. It's a delicate balance for the Yankees as they try to maximize their roster's strengths without forcing players into roles that don't suit them. Now, shifting gears a bit to pitching, the conversation around the Yankees' rotation has been just as intense. Take Clarke Schmidt, for example. After a rough first inning in a recent game against Cleveland, he faced a wave of criticism online. Some fans were quick to call him out, labeling him as ineffective or even trash-based on one shaky inning. But when you look closer, that kind of reaction seems a bit harsh. Schmidt isn't the Yankees' ace or even their number 2 starter. He's more of a back-end option, a 4 or 5 in the rotation, and that role naturally comes with some inconsistency. It's completely normal for pitchers in those spots to give up runs here and there. Their job is to eat innings and give the team a chance to stay in the game. Schmidt's performance outside that initial inning was solid, and expecting ace-level results from him isn't realistic. Right now, the Yankees pitching staff looks something like this. Max Fried has been fantastic, with just a few slip-ups here and there, which is to be expected from any human athlete over a long season. Carlos Rodon has been nothing short of spectacular, and he's pitching at an elite level that exceeds even his role as a number 2 starter. His consistency and dominance on the mound have been a huge asset for the team. Behind those two, the rotation gets a bit more fluid. Will Warren and Clarke Schmidt have shown moments of promise but also bouts of struggle. Then there's Luis Healy, who's expected to slot in once he returns from injury. There's even Ryan Yaro, who's quietly emerged as one of the team's best pitchers this season, boasting a low ERA and solid strikeout numbers. In fact, Yaro's performance has been impressive enough that some might consider him the true number 3 in the rotation right now. With all these pieces in place, the Yankees have a decent starting 5. But stability is still a work in progress. There's no denying that they need a reliable third starter to ease the load on Fried and Rodon, and while Schmidt and Warren have potential, they haven't consistently filled that role yet. The bullpen also plays a critical part in managing the innings and keeping the team competitive deep into games. At the end of the day, the Yankees need to find a way to get their offense firing again. The recent shutout loss to Cleveland is a clear reminder that scoring runs can't be taken for granted. Stanton's return could be the spark they need to reignite the lineup's power and presence at the plate. His bat, his leadership, and the mere threat he poses to opposing pitchers can shift momentum in a way few other players can. So while it's easy to get caught up in the frustrations of injuries, lineup shuffles, and uneven pitching performances, the bigger picture shows a team that's poised for improvement. Stanton's comeback could be the turning point, not just for the Yankees season, but for the entire clubhouse dynamic. Fans should brace themselves for an exciting second half, where the balance of power might finally tip back in New York's favor. Now, as we look beyond Stanton's potential return, it's important to consider how the Yankees will manage their lineup and pitching staff once he's back. The delicate balancing act of fitting Stanton into a team that has adjusted without him won't be easy. Ben Rice, for example, has been holding his own at the plate this season, showing flashes of power and potential that the Yankees will want to preserve. Asking Rice to learn third base overnight and suddenly become a top defender there isn't just unrealistic. It risks disrupting his offensive rhythm and confidence. Baseball players, especially at this level, rely heavily on routine and comfort in their roles, and forcing a change like that too quickly can backfire. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. There's a growing buzz swirling around the New York Yankees clubhouse, and it centers on a surprising figure, Cody Bellinger. Rumors have begun circulating that Yankees manager Aaron Boone might be quietly frustrated with the star player, going so far as to suggest that Bellinger is contaminating the team's chemistry. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders say tensions could be bubbling beneath the surface in the Bronx and the atmosphere is far from harmonious. Aaron Boone, known for his generally steady and calm demeanor, reportedly hasn't shied away from addressing what he perceives as issues within the squad. Some whispers suggest that Boone has expressed concerns about the influence Bellinger has on his teammates, implying that the veteran outfielder's presence might be disrupting the clubhouse's balance. This is a startling development considering Bellinger's pedigree, a former MVP and an accomplished hitter who many expected to be a key piece in the Yankees' quest for another championship. Speculation is rife that the clash could stem from differing attitudes or perhaps a mismatch in leadership styles. Bellinger, who has had a career marked by ups and downs, might be bringing a vibe that Boone believes isn't meshing well with the Yankees' traditionally disciplined environment. There's talk that some players have picked up on this tension, and the mood in the dugout might be less cohesive than fans have been led to believe. Adding fuel to the fire, some analysts wonder whether this rumored discord might affect the Yankees' performance as they push deeper into the season. The team, which carries the weight of immense expectations, can ill afford any internal distractions, especially when battling elite competition. Boone's alleged comments about Bellinger contaminating the locker room might be interpreted as a warning sign that the managerial staff is grappling with more than just on-field strategy. Despite the chatter, it's worth noting that nothing has been publicly confirmed by Boone, Bellinger, or the Yankees organization. The club has remained tight-lipped and official statements have been non-committal at best. Fans and media alike are left to piece together fragments of overheard conversations and subtle signals on social media, creating an air of intrigue around the saga. Will this tension lead to a shakeup in the Yankees roster? Could Bellinger be on the trading block? Or is this just a fleeting moment of discord that will be smoothed over as the season progresses? Only time will tell. For now, the rumor mill continues to churn, keeping everyone guessing about what's really going on behind the scenes at Yankee Stadium. One thing is certain, if the whispers are true, this could be one of the more unexpected storylines of the Shua baseball season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.